The withdrawal of the hosting rights for the African Nations Championship 2018 takes with it a long list of privileges that Kenya would have enjoyed for staging CAF's second-tier competition, from a platform to showcase talent while enjoying competition from quality teams from the continent to marketing Kenya as a sports tourism destination. The country would also have made amends for the failure to host the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations. Edmond Nyabola now reports on the missed opportunity.
When Harambee Stars head coach Stanley Okumbi assembled his troops for training at the Kenya School of Monetary Studies late August, it was the beginning of the final phase of preparations for the Africa Nations Championship 2018. As hosts, Kenya was to take part in the event without going through the qualifications, and indeed, it would have been the country's first CHAN championship. A perfect opportunity for local-based Kenyan Premier League players to showcase their talent on the global stage, playing against 15 of the best football nations in the continent, including Ivory Coast, Nigeria and Zambia. With the withdrawal of the hosting rights, this has been thrown out the window.
Kenya is now out of this edition, definitely, as a country. Those players, you can imagine how they are feeling, and the coaches, and everybody else was looking forward to have them participate and compete on their own soil. But above all, there may be another edition which we may have to miss. To the fans, for example, we know that the memories of such an event will have not faded in their lifetime.
Aside from the football, this would have been a perfect opportunity to sell Kenya as a dream destination through sports tourism. Traveling across the hosting cities while appreciating the wonderful sceneries with the full glare of the cameras would have marketed Kenya to the rest of the continent while raking in millions of shillings in foreign exchange.
When you have 15 other nations here, you can imagine the population of those countries who are represented here watching Kenya. Some of them have imagined what Kenya is, so they'll see it on TV. Sports tourism is a key ingredient to any drivers of economy. You never know the people who will have come to follow their teams here. There will be investors who will have come to watch the game, but they also look at what opportunities are there in Kenya. If it is our hotels accommodating them, people now, those hotels will have had their marketing already done in such a perspective.
But could it be that the sports tourism opportunity was missed from the start by the organizing committee? Many have questioned the reasoning behind scrapping Mombasa off the list of hosting cities, in spite of the readily available infrastructure, hotels, tourist attractions, and even logistics through the standard gauge railway. The LOC instead opted for Eldoret and Meru, towns not as advanced as the coastal city and not considered traditionally football crazy.
Whether we are spreading or not, we must have gotten, and we should have gotten, the basics right. And the basics were that we need to have those facilities so that we don't give a lot of excuse for any act of withdrawal like we witnessed.
The successful hosting of CHAN in 2018 would have exorcised the ghosts of 1996 when Kenya again, out of similar circumstances, failed to host the Africa Cup of Nations. It was a perfect opportunity for this football-crazy nation to make peace with CAF and lift its profile among the football community as a nation fully committed to the global sports agenda.
Of course, they view us as unserious, and it will take us lots of convincing if we are to get any form of hosting right in the future. We have lost the major opportunity of hosting other more senior events such as the AFCON itself, because the criteria has always been that if you've hosted CHAN, you can automatically bid and host AFCON. We have lost an opportunity, but an opportunity for other opportunities.
Rwanda, a smaller economy compared to Kenya, successfully hosted the last edition in 2016. Now the country boasts proper sports infrastructure as a result. South Africa is still reaping from the exploits of hosting the 2010 World Cup. Kenya, meanwhile, seemingly hasn't learned any lessons. The list is endless on the privileges Kenya would have enjoyed had it put in the requisite effort and hosted CHAN in 2018. Instead, the country is now staring at possible sanctions from the Confederation of African Football, which could be as far-reaching as banning Kenya from taking part in the future editions of the biennial championship. Edmond Nyabola, NTV, Nairobi.